Transfixed!
Take it easy.
Transfixed!
Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Laid bare. Pitiful.
What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
Kamisato Ayaka, present.
So we're underneath Natlan right now?
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civilization. Humans only established their own society after the...
So these are Saurian ruins? So we're underneath Natlan right now?
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civilization. Humans only established their own society after the...
So these are Saurian ruins? So we're underneath Natlan right now?
That's because in the distant past...
Wait! You mean like the elemental sovereigns?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now, so know what these ruins have been abandoned for a long time. But with the recent increase in Abyss activity, the installations around here have somehow been...
So what you're saying is... We're not in...
No. It's going to be obstacle after obstacle from here on out.
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now, so know what these ruins have been
Why are you all laughing like that?
It's the pre-adventure excitement kicking in!
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
So what you're saying is... We're not in...
Then let's go! We won't let
It's going to
anything
be
stand in our
obstacle
way!
after obstacle from here on out.
A
Why are you all laughing like that? It's pretty adventurous. I think kicking.
Take it easy.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat.
Yeah, we'll be here all day if you list them out.
Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Everybody stand back!
Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Witness my rise.
Whoa, the place we need to go seems really high up.
Quietly, Matt. Busted. Game's up. Fun's over. Kamisato art. Sumetsu. Take flight.
I'm going in!
Gotcha.
Everlasting as the moon. Transfixed.
Quietly now.
Everybody stand back!
Here comes the catch.
This is where we fall. Laid bare.
Quietly now.
Everybody stand back!
Here comes the catch.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there.
This must be the entrance the Pyro Archon.
Yes. There's something in the depths of this.
We actually have to go in there? Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
There's something something in the depths of this.
We actually have to go in there? Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up.
Looks like we made it. This is... It looks so different from what I imagined in the stories. That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachina here in the first...
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer...
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go back the way we came.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground?
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there?
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all this way, yet came out completely... If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance.
That's it? More worried about how we're gonna make it out. Right.
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world.
The terrain looks difficult to navigate, and the visibility's not great either.
Yeah, these floating black things don't look super friendly either.
If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance.
That's it? Right.
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world.
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost! These floating black things don't look super friendly either.
Calm down. I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes. I'm Vichama's friend, Malco. I was completely lost to this realm, and it's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the pieces. I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this
No. We should be the ones apologizing. If the Spirit Speaker stone hadn't become corrupted by the Abyss. But we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and...
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. I never imagined that. Even after all these years, he'd still under the power of the stone. It felt like our souls were... Turns out even our regrets were...
Whether in triumph or death, you want your best friend by your side.
Apologizing. If the Spirit Speaker stone hadn't become corrupted by the Abyss. But we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and...
Of course. Thank you for... Exactly. That may not be in the cards for us, but it's not too late for you. Under the power of the stone, it felt like our souls were... Turns out even our regrets... You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right?
You want your best friend.
She's being chased by an embodiment of a bit... I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form, so be careful. This place has been severely corroded.
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Ouch!
Quick, get back here! You can't go wandering off. Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being. We won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way. Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them. Sakura swirl!
Quietly now.
Shouldn't waste our time on them.
Oh, Paimon can't see anything.
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Did you hear that? What? Never mind. It was
Don't scare Paimon like...
I heard it too. It was a...
What did it say?
Doesn't matter. It certainly doesn't harbor...
Paimon just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
It doesn't matter. It certainly doesn't harbor...
Paimon just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place! We're here, Kachina! Oh, honey? Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters. Good idea. Let's go!
Things are about to get dicey. Busted.
You're here. You're finally here. Thank you so much. The monster can appear from anywhere. The YF's power helped keep me hidden, so...
Had a girl. You did so well.
Should we start heading back then?
Things are about to get dicey.
Actually, I have a request. I can't exactly put it into words, but...
That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly seems to back it up.
The YF's power helped keep me hidden, so...
Had a girl. You did so well.
Should we start heading back then? Actually...
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the Wyab of each tribe.
Words, but...
That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly seems to back it up.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 You can think of them like the body of each Wyab. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, serve as proxies to which the Wyab can extend their consciousness. There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, the Wyab can extend their consciousness over the entire realm and track down souls no matter where they roam. But if a proxy were to become severely contaminated, then a soul could become lost within the Night Kingdom. The ones around here serve as proxies to which the Wyab can extend their consciousness. There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, the Wyab can extend their consciousness over the entire realm and track down souls no matter where they roam. But if a proxy were to become severely contaminated, then a soul...
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even if we could drive back the abyssal power from one of them, that probably wouldn't even put a dent.
Still, we can't just leave the YF to suffer.
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been... Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of...
Kachina? What's...
Nothing. Just a headache. And that voice again, telling me to abandon the YF and leave this place.
Bank of Indonesia demi
The YF to suffer.
I agree.
Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's already been here for too long. No, I'm fine. I don't plan on listening. Just up ahead. I'll lead the way. Besides, I can still fight.
Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you, but that's because we want to help the Y-Up. Not because we have something to You don't have anything to prove either. It's okay if you reach your limit. We'll be there for you.
Alright, the sooner we get this done.
We've already come all this way, so we might as well try to get to...
Let's go. This
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
all by yourself? That's
It's alright. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I'm definitely more familiar with the area. I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure you're not particularly fond of goodbyes. So go. Achieve your goal.
Thank you for everything.
You're a true hero.
Thank you. No one fights alone.
Take it easy.
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that. Wyab! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. Wyab, can you hear me?
So we were right. The contamination is already too severe. It's preventing the Wyab. Alright, get ready everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this.
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility is pure folly. He tried to get in my way, so I disposed of him.
You killed Malcolm?
He would have dispersed with or without me. Rather than worrying about him, you may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me now, and it will be to your peril. No, the power of the Abyss is intoxicating. The destruction it seeks captivates like a masterful work of art. I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out humanity is full of lambs willing to offer themselves up to the That is the tragedy of your short lives. You understand nothing of all-encompassing ancient names, pride, friendship. All empty ideas invented to give you a false sense of self-worth. The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Anything to avoid sharing power. Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina, remain so pathetic?
Kachina, give me your hand. Feel that? I'm right.
Thanks, Moalani. You're right, because I'm not alone anymore.
You're right. Maybe comforting ideals don't have any power, but you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength, so you—
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down? It comes from our friendship. The power lies not in the ideal itself, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal, and in our decision to stand together and fight!
Well said.
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than two of us to handle an enemy like—
Sorry in advance, but you deserve what's coming to you!
There aren't many in Natlan who can beat us when we're together. It's time he got a taste of that kind of power. Need a surfboard?
From the ash,
Check this out! That's hot!
flames of redemption!
Clear the area! Shabam!
The power of flame compels
Let's ride!
time for my coming!
Cha! Ha! Ha! Cha!
That's what he gets for underestimating.
Fantastic work, Kachina. Absolutely, this makes me so...
I'm happy too, Mualani. Together we really are unstoppable.
Huh? My ancient name is glowing? But I thought
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain why
Wait, does that mean you're...
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a place so overrun with abyssal corruption. Still, seeing you pull it off was really something. Everything you said was exactly right. As isolated individuals, it took years' worth of scars and lots of unnecessary suffering. The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us as one. Only then will we have the power to Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought against the Abyss during the invasion 500 years ago.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who saved...
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fully embodied the aspirations of the Wayab. Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save Natlan from its impending doom.
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest spark of steel, its blaze will become one with our vision for Natlan. Even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain eternal.
What's wrong?
So many memories. My brain was just flooded with everything he once knew. So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did you just figure something out? What's wrong?
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now. My brain was just...
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we... I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining. Let's focus on saving the Wayab first.
They foresaw the very crisis we're facing now.
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we... I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining. Let's focus on saving the Wayab first.
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger...
Okay, that should be enough. Wayab.
I hear your voice, Kachina. My dear child.
Great. Well then, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye. I just wanted to make sure you were okay before we leave. But I was going to ask why you bestowed an ancient name upon someone like me. But it's okay.
Kachina. My dear child.
I'll keep searching within myself for the answer. I'll never stop trying to improve my strength. One day, I'll live up to the hero you...
You are already an outstanding child in my eyes, Kachina. No matter what
I'll
happens,
keep searching within myself for the answer. I'll never stop trying
you
to
are
improve
all my
strength.
most beloved children. It has always been my honor to protect. Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachina, I also gave you a name, but focus on who you want to be. You are already worthy of your name. The story of your ancient name is for you to continue. Just like your parents, my love for you will never change. No. It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. Go now, my children. Save Natlan on behalf of all you hold.
I know we've never met before, Wayab, but I just want to thank you for encouraging Kachina. It was exactly what she needed to hear.
To see the Pyro Archon's
Whoa, what's going on?
We're out of time.
It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need to run.
It's a Sealy! The Sealy opened the way for us! Whoa, what's going on?
We're out of time. It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need to run.
The opening in the sky! It's closing!
We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here.
Watch out for the falling rocks! Quick, through the middle! Come on, faster!
We'll never make it!
You've done well. Now come home. You've done well. Now come home.
We're back! The Pyro Archon saved us.
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say she used...
She's still in the speaker's chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her consciousness.
So you're saying her consciousness did all that?
Every great display of power comes at a price.
You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just hold on. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro Archon said she'd have a doctor waiting for.
I recommend getting a full checkup, just to make sure no damage gets left.
Every great display of power comes at a price.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler?
Terrible, Kachina.
Right. You always seem to do pretty well against the Abyss.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the Night Kingdom.
Right. The Wyatt mentioned something about the Pyro Archon's plan. What is it exactly? Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right. You always seem to do pretty well against the Abyss.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the Night Kingdom.
Right. The Wyatt mentioned something about the Pyro Archon's plan. What is it exactly?
I'll let her explain everything. We're all a part of the plan now. Every move we make from here on out will decide Natlan's I'll let her explain everything. We're all a part of the plan now. Every move we make from here on out will decide Natlan's I'll let her explain everything. We're all a
lot less stuff.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first. It's best not to let any lingering effects of the Abyss go untreated.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Archon. Take a seat, everybody. I'll examine you one by one.
Here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first. It's best not to let any lingering effects of the Abyss go untreated.
All right, that should do it for now. But just to be safe, I have to say though, I've never seen anyone react to the Abyss like you, Traveler. It's like you're completely immune to its power. All right.
She's always been special like that. She can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon...
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the...
Of course. I still have patience to see, so I'll...
Thank you, Koichi.
All right, all right.
She's always been
We might not
special
see eye
like
to
that.
eye, but we
She can
both had
even
good
purify its
intentions.
power. Wait, now
Just
that you
give it time.
Given the
I'm
current
sure we'll
situation,
figure things...
Yeah.
that ability will likely play a great role in the...
Of course. I still have patience to see, so...
All right.
Thank you, Koichi.
There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin.
We might not
I'll get
see
straight
eye
to the
eye,
point.
but we both had good
Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very...
Huh?
Sure we'll figure things
No.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to say our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the
Mulan told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago. All the nations of Teyvat were invaded by the Abyss. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of... Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost of our civilization and countless lives. Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost of our civilization and even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to finally... And still, this is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss have merely been driven back underground. Their threat to Natlan remains... The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan's ley lines. Immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the Night Kingdom, but at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory, nor did they hold hope for the future. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power passed down from the Wayab nearly severed. But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory, nor did they hold hope for the future. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power passed down from the Wayab nearly severed. If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream of defeating the Abyss in the future. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe, and finally came up with a 500-year-long plan to save...
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it. But there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's impossible for a human...
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time. Or rather, the natural limitations of our lifespan.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's impossible for a human...
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time. Or rather, the natural limitations of our lifespan. A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power. But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your...
Yes. If the Natlan of the future... Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes... Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each. Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wayab would select a hero, indicating the tribe was once again ready for war. The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like great heroes of old, 500 years ago. Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wayab would select a hero.
So that means I'm one of the...
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. It means unity. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you've come to fully understand the meaning of...
So in other words, you always knew who the Wayab were?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time the 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding the plan wasn't passed on to them.
So in other words, you always knew who the
Once
Wayab were?
again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom. Communication between the sacred flame and the Wayab has been blocked. From 500 years ago, but the intel regarding the plan wasn't passed on to them.
So in other words, you always knew who the
Once again, it comes down to the deterioration.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to...
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess intelligence, but its methods certainly aren't. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. So, I've tried my best to help them from the... Exactly. It's just another tactic. Currently, Shilonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab, Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your...
But we have less than a year!
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered. That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in...
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean, just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength of will.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then?
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development. I can only trust in the judgment of the Wayab. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to. Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual. You're quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought I might get away.
Huh? Oh, right! All the stuff you stored here before, where...
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make... After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in my plan.
Huh? Oh, right! All the stuff you stored here before, where...
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency. In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important purpose: fuel. In addition to their sentimental value,
Fuel?
the items I stored here held a much more important purpose.
So back then, that's why you...
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important, but there's an even more significant trait they all share. Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from on their own. Each item's power is limited, but together, their combined effect can prove quite useful in a dire situation. But there's an even more significant trait they all share. Over time, by burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the boundary between the two. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted in an instant, as you can see. stored within them to open the boundary between the two. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted in an instant, as you can see. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored.
But aren't they all precious treasures? What about their stories?
All their power was depleted in an instant, as you can see.
But aren't they all precious treasures? What about their stories? But aren't they all precious treasures? What about their stories?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been for. And then, it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro, if they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan, they would not mourn their.
Even when you put it that way.
There's no need. Remember, the people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. We simply carry them with us in a different form. In that sense, we didn't lose anything at all.
Even when you put it that way.
There's no need. If you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve in the battles to come. Your deeds will become new legends and nurture new forms of power.
Well, we'd still like to return the favor.
Well, if that's the case, just treat me to a drink. Now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold the victory feast and celebrate your team's triumph, and we could all use the rest, that's for sure. Plus, you'll be able to silence everyone who doubted you once and for all, Kachina. Well, if that's the case, just
Still, now that I know the danger we're facing, having a victory feast doesn't feel right.
Celebrate your team's triumph, and we could all use the rest, that's for sure. Plus, you'll be able to silence everyone who doubted you. Try not to let it get to you. It's important to stay calm. Worrying about it will only affect. All right, you should head out.
Having a victory feast doesn't feel right.
Try not to let it get to you. It's important to stay calm. Worrying about it will only affect. All right, you should head out.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the story. They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here, no matter what. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies together. It's been really nice, seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me gradually understand the true value of the springs. No matter what, the people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private I've witnessed their energy, their determination, their absolute passion for life. It's helped me gradually understand. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. It's unbelievable how quickly they worm their way back into my good graces. Their absolute passion for life. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. It's unbelievable how quickly they worm their way back into my good graces. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. She possesses infinite potential. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children, just like those warriors did for me. I'm certain Mualani will become a... So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories. And tell stories to all the children, just like those warriors did for me. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times. Were that not the case, I would never understand exercising this degree of caution. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times. Were that not the case, I would never understand exercising this degree of caution. My rage will never know absolution. But you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory we owed. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. Heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood. For Natlan! Just remember to earn us the victory we owed. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan!
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again? But what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make, and she deserves our support.
But what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is... We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't even across time. We will all do our part to fight for Natlan's future.
Yeah, Mom's right. We'll always believe in you, sis. Oh, seriously though, Dad should be here. Where is...
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so he chose not to come at all. Don't take it to heart, my dear. That's just who he is. Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, We will always love you. What to say, so he chose not to come at all. Don't take it to heart, my dear. That's just who he is. Just remember, no matter what happens in the future,
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about... I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring this?
Overcome the next tragedy.
we are the inheritors of memory and legend.
Taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring this?
We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside Sun and those who forged our own destiny. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation. Those who grew alongside Sun and those who forged our own destiny. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Take it easy.
Hey, Koichi! You here for the victory feast too? Hey, Koichi! You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. I was about to leave, actually. Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. I was about to leave, actually. No, it's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just...
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so Paimon...
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right? No, it's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just...
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so Paimon...
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
Yeah, she was super helpful. She gave us a lot of use.
That's good. That's all I need.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met, but now...
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason.
Yeah, she was super helpful. She gave us a lot of use.
That's good. That's all I need.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met, but now...
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes. I had no idea what you might face.
So what you're saying is...
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps her keep her cool for a little while, at least. But she still loses control sometimes. I had no
Anyway,
idea what you might
I'm just
face.
glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I wanted.
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps her keep her cool for a little while, at least.
Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I wanted.
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid. It works pretty well. It helps her keep her cool for a little while, at least. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I wanted.
What? Do you really have to go that far?
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially to her family. She can't learn about this, or it'll be even harder to help her.
What? Do you really have to go that far?
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially to her family. She can't learn about this, or it'll be even harder to help her. I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind... In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Paimon's had enough of them.
I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind... In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Paimon's had enough of them.
I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind... In the end, it's all the Abyss's
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina! Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Well done. Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad I finally made it.
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a great future ahead of you.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a great future ahead of you.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
I had no choice. My friend invited me.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get...
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild, so I stopped to bandage his wounds. I had no choice. My friend invited me.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get...
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild, so I stopped to bandage his wounds. When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured—
But the fact of the matter is that after your
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon—
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden Wars.
So, what about you guys? Did you make it far?
I'm just one person. I figured—
But the fact of the matter is that after your
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon—
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden Wars.
So, what about you guys? Did you make it far?
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day. We got disqualified. Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day. We got disqualified.
Serves you all right.
Alright, I'm alright. There's no need to be like that, Uncle Pakal.
Serves you all right.
Alright, I'm alright. There's no need to be like that, Uncle Pakal. Dear friends, firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon. This traveler and her companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. They've agreed to let me learn from them. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. Her companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. They've agreed to let me learn from them. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. They've agreed to let me learn from them. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please give another round of applause for them. Thank you so much. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please give another round of applause for them. Thank you so much. drink to that.
Well said!
I'll drink to that.
How does it feel being a...
To be honest, it's a bit...
Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champ.
Hey, please don't make fun of me.